Breakfast Club, bitches.
Donkey of the day with Charlamagne the God. I don't know why y'all keep letting him get y'all like this.
It's not me, Little Duval. It's y'all. Okay, Florida. Donkey of the day for Tuesday, October 10th goes to a 23-year-old Florida man named Jacob Thompson. Now, what does your Uncle Charla always say about the great state of Florida? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and today's story is no exception. Now, Jacob has been hit with 12 different charges after allegedly stealing a car. Now, I know you're probably thinking, Charlamagne, cars get stolen all the time, B, and you're right, they do. But this man stole a car under a context of stealing a car that I have never witnessed before. Let's go to the Miami Herald for the report, please.
A Florida man who started out his day looking for work ended up behind bars. According to an arrest report from the Polk County Sheriff's Office, the 23-year-old went to a Pilot Travel Center in Lake Wales for a job interview, but is now accused of stealing a vehicle from outside the business. Deputies responded to the convenience store and spoke with the manager, who said it was unclear how the suspect arrived for the appointment. He said he advised the potential employee that no one was there to conduct the interview and was told to come back on Monday. Deputies also spoke with the victim, whose white 2022 Cadillac XT4 SUV was taken. The SUV then took off, but because it was outfitted with remote OnStar technology, its every move was tracked. After about 20 minutes, OnStar switched off the engine. He was booked on various charges, including grand theft auto and resisting arrest. Deputies also recovered a handgun in the car, so he was also charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. No bail was set.
Jacob Thompson allegedly stole a car that was parked outside of the job he just applied for. Clearly, he didn't know how he was going to get back to that job on Monday. Okay, this is why I can't stop saying the N-word. This is really why I can't stop saying the N-word. I've tried, but every time I try, something like this happens, and I just hear Stephanie Mills in my mind.
Niggas.
You know, I always tell y'all that in life we have to be the perfect balance of ratchetness and righteousness, and this man, Jacob, was being that to the best of his ability. He was being righteous by preparing for his future, okay? I don't know if it was his mom, his grandma, maybe his probation officer. Somebody told this man to go get a job. Go apply for a job at the Pilot Travel Center. And he did that. He must have felt really good about his chances of getting a job, because as he was leaving his future place of employment, in his mind, he thought to himself, if I get this job, I have to be here on time every day. I'm going to need transportation. I can't buy a car right now, but I can steal one. Let me tell all you car thieves something. If you can't afford to buy a car, trust, you can't afford to steal one either. Because when you get caught, all right, because you will get caught, you're going to have to pay for a lawyer, but I guarantee you the court is probably going to appoint one for you because you can't afford one. And you damn sure won't be able to afford bond. So either way you choose to acquire said car, the cost is too high. But Jacob didn't care. Oh, he was willing to pay the cost to be the future boss. Well, at least the future employee, because he left Pilot Travel Center thinking how he doesn't have a car, but he can steal one. And I bet in his mind, he thought to himself, I'll return it exactly where I found it when I get my first check. Now, needless to say, Jacob didn't get far. Most plans that aren't thought through all the way to the end don't. Let's go to Fox 35 Orlando to hear more.
He's 23-year-old Jacob Thompson. Deputies say he stole the Cadillac SUV from a gas station on Friday and led them on a 100-mile-an-hour chase on I-4. It ended when OnStar shut the engine off and Thompson lost control. He's now facing a long list of charges, many of them felonies, including armed burglary and assault with a deadly weapon. He has no bail.
I would like to tell y'all on this World Mental Health Day, kids, if you do not conquer self, you will be conquered by self. Okay, impulse control is a real thing. And mastery of impulse is all about self-discipline and choice. Jacob made the choice to get up and go apply for a job that day. Round of applause to him for that. Then he made a choice to steal a car from the same parking lot he applied for a job at, and then took the police on a high-speed chase. And now he's got 12 charges: armed burglary, fleeing to elude, possession of a firearm, and ammunition by a convicted felon, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and a charge the video game he thought he was playing is named after Grand Theft Auto. All those charges he received because he made a poor choice and because he simply has no impulse control. Okay, either that or he just figured, you know what? I'm a convicted felon. It's way too hard getting a job out here as a convicted felon. But I know where I can get a job. Prison. All right, he can work in food service at a warehouse. He can work as an inmate orderly, plumber, painter, groundskeeper. You're only making 12 to 40 cents an hour, but you got free room and board, free meals. And if you're willing to adjust your sexuality, you can get your pee-pee tasted every now and then. That's the only other logical explanation as to why he would do any of this. But why am I looking for logic when I know the reason this happened? It's one word, 3 syllables: Florida. Please give Jacob Thompson the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
You are the dawn.
the day. You are the donkey of the day.
Because Jason is holding up the list at one of our producers talk about, I think he said a word that's on this list. I did not. I didn't say no word that was on that list.
No, you didn't.
To have to deliver all that and remember all this job is hard.
This job is hard.
Not really. You have to come up with a creative way. Like, I came up with a very creative way to say
don't say it.
You know which one?
Which one?
Right over Mother Effer.
I'm still stuck on the job tasting. What did you say?
Exactly. Now look at the word.
Well, don't say it again.
Look at the word over Mother Effer and see what I said.
Oh, that was good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, Jason, he's not 100% good. He's like on that fence.
Yeah,
so
he's on the line.
Yeah, he's on that line. Yeah, he's on that line. All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
Yes, indeed.
BET, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace, BET. Everybody else, when we come back, Dr. Rita Walker will be joining us.
Yes, because today is World Mental Health Day. Dr. Rita Walker, you know, that's one of my favorite people on the planet. She was at my third annual Mental Wealth Expo this past Saturday, and she has a fantastic book that I always tell people to read. It's called The Unapologetic Guide to Black Mental Health, but now she's coming out with The Unapologetic Guide to Black Mental Health Workbook.
Right.
Yes, so she'll be here to talk about that in a bit.
All right, we'll talk to her next, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Donkey Today is brought to you by the Law Office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.